Hey, what's going on, guys? So I promised you guys a full-on review of the XP comp and the comped and ported abnormal XP comp. And yes, there are a couple ported ones out there now. We were the very first ones to do it, and that matters because first to market is always a good thing. And we're actually doing these 4 fusions, so this is something that they are going to share with the manufacturer Ermox and produce the ones that they prefer, whichever ones are the best performing once we get a couple more of these options done. But I wanted to share some simple data with you guys. So first things first, I will do another video comparing the XP Pro standard barrel, nostril ported factory barrel, and then a dual ported versus the XP comp and the ported XP comp. We'll have chronograph data, velocity data on multiple different ammo weights and everything for you guys on another video. But what I will tell you is that in the comparison of these two, the standard XP comp model and the ported comp model, this bad boy right here, we saw a maximum of a 60 feet per second loss in velocity, and never less than 1,000 feet per second. And it was pretty incredible. Not only the velocity facts, but the simple fact that these things are so ridiculously laser accurate. It's pretty amazing. And I want to reiterate something to you guys. So I know it's hard to tell in these videos and stuff like that, but guys, I actually have nerve damage in my hands, right? So you can't really see it in this video. You can see some of the swelling and stuff that I deal with every day right there. But I was a mechanic, I've been a gunsmith for years. I work on computers and phones, and I was a power lifter for a long time. I've been lifting weights my whole entire life. I had severe carpal tunnel, went in 2022, had some surgery, didn't work out the best. I ended up with nerve damage in my hands, and like this one, for instance, I have a little bit of flexion where my hand will go back. This one, that's as far as it goes. It doesn't go, so like this is my arm flat. My hand does not go back any further than that, so I can't do push-ups, like things like that anymore. So my grip on a pistol has been something that I've had to completely redevelop since before all this. So I don't have the strongest grip when I'm holding, my pistol. So am I able to make it work, and am I still extremely accurate and a great shooter? Yes. But from recoil mitigation perspective, I don't have that gorilla grip that some of you guys do, and I can't get my palm up on the side of the gun like PewView does to really get those, those really fast shots, and just to hold that pistol completely flat. So when you see the videos that I'm gonna post again at the end of this, I had a couple people say, like somebody posted on my old video and was like, oh, so the difference between the comp and the ported version of the comp was not that significant. It was really significant for me. And felt recoil, it felt like a completely different gun. Now, I had some other people, just make stupid comments on Facebook and whatever. Listen, if it was in your hands, the difference between the comp model is great out of the box. It is a great gun. It is absolutely phenomenal. From the slide serrations that everybody asked for, to the gas pedals on the custom shop models, to the new texture, here and on the grip. This is an unbelievably shooting gun out of the box for $1,500, right? This is a $4,000 gun in a $1,500 suit, and I mean that, right? Or should I say, this is a $1,500 gun in a $4,000 suit. So it is an absolutely amazing gun. And I'm going to tell you what, this ported and comped version puts the Jacob Gray Nox 9, which is $5,800, to shame. And I say that wholeheartedly. You could have a gun like this for probably $2 grand, $2,300, less than half the price of the Jacob Gray Nox 9, and this one shoots better, shoots flatter, and is worth every penny. And I'm telling you right now, like, that's my personal comparison, right? Now, let's really get into, just any issues that I had with the gun in this instance, right? So first things first, you guys have to understand, this is my comp that I was given to play with, right? It's not my personal one. I don't own it. This is one that I was given to do some research and development on. So it has the extended mag release, it has the optics, it has the light, it has all this good stuff on here. And it also has a 19-pound mainspring, a 10-pound recoil spring, and it has Fusion's competition extractor, which is just like an Aftec extractor. So this is modified. This is not a factory comp. So when you look at how I was shooting this and the direct comparison to the comp and ported, this is completely stock. Stock recoil spring, stock mainspring. The only thing that is done to this is the ports. And to see how much flatter that one shoots, imagine if that one had the 19-pound mainspring, the recoil spring, and the Aftec or the competition extractor upgrades to it. I'm sure it would shoot even flatter, and I do plan on doing that to it and making sure that we see it, you know, apples to apples, so to speak, in terms of, you know, direct comparison. But both phenomenal pistols, right? Now, if you guys are seeing the reviews that are coming out for the comp right now, people are loving it. You know, have been a few people that have had some issues. It's common, right? It is a production line gun at the end of the day. Now, most of the issues that have come out with this one have not been the same as the XP Pro. There's been some like optics plate issues and things like that. But for the most part, most of the reviews that we've seen of the actual function, form, and, you know, I had somebody complain about a slide lock and something like that, but not too much. There hasn't been too many things that have popped up. But most people have been like, wow, this thing punches way above its price point. You know what I mean? So some people complained about the grip angle, but at the end of the day, it's like, guys, like, it's a Glock-fed double-stack 1911, which means it's going to have a different grip angle than a double-stack 1911 that uses standard 2011 mags. So you guys have to understand that. Like, it has a Glock grip angle, so to speak. Slightly different, but very similar. But at the end of the day, man, I enjoyed the hell out of this. I had one stovepipe in the very first mag of a brand new gun with the Compton ported version and never had another problem with it again after that. So I ran 400 total rounds, 300 of them through the Compton ported bronze, and then 100 split up between a couple other guns that I had with me that day. I put about, I think, 50 through this one, which was the first 50 that's ever been shot through this gun. Actually, no, I'm lying. I shot about 100 rounds through this at Fusion. So it's got about 150 rounds through it. But I really wanted to do a solid break-in period on the Compton ported bronze version because I wanted to make sure that if anything popped up, there were any issues at all, that I was able to address it before I went out next time. Now, I did have somebody else laugh and make a joke about he said the casing, what did he say? He's like, I love your casing deflector. Can't wait to see your video about your broken glass. Listen, one of the issues that is consistent with any pistol is with certain extraction points, you will have casings that will hit your optic, right? And you can see the side of this Olight X that there are some like notches, you know, in the side of the casing right now that show that yes, some casings were hitting it. That is simple extractor tuning that can avoid that and make sure that it doesn't happen in the future. This was the first time out to the range with a brand new gun, okay? And I didn't bring tools with me to adjust anything or take anything apart. It was take it out of the box, shoot it, put it back, and go home and give you guys this phenomenal review. So at the end of the day, the only thing that I would love to see Fusion do, and this is something I've actually expressed to Bob, is I would love for them to give us a threaded mainspring housing so we can just drop a pin in it and pin the grip safety, right? There's nothing that's more of a pain in the butt than having to drill a tiny little hole in a mainspring housing. I mean, there are other ways that you can eliminate your grip safety. You can shave off, you know, the little stub on the end of the beaver tail. You can chop up a recoil rod bushing and stick it in there, and it kind of stays in place and keeps the beaver tail locked down. There are a lot of little things that you can do, but I am someone who likes to physically be able to go in there and just tap my mainspring housing, drop a pin in there, and lock it up. And I do have that done to both of my XP Pros, but it is a pain in the butt, right? And it would be awesome, and this is something that Stealth Arms actually started offering in the Platypus, is they now sell it with a tapped mainspring housing, and it comes with a pin, and you can thread the pin in there to lock your beaver tail in place so that you have a pinned grip safety if you want to. That is the only issue that I would love to see Fusion do with these things going forward, aside from the direct mount optics, which are coming on the next iteration of the XP and the XP Comp, as well as the XF. They're getting rid of the plates, and they will be offering direct mounting, so you will be able to purchase whatever mounting option you want based on the slide, RMR, RMSC, Doctor, you know, whatever the case may be. So that is coming down the pipeline, because there obviously have been some people who are not big fans of the optics plates. Look, optics plates are the easiest way to go for a manufacturer, because it gives you multiple options without having to worry about, you know, the one thing about a pistol that's cut for RMR, RMSC, or something like that is if you get it and then you don't like the optic you have, you're limited to only being able to use that same footprint of optic. But what happens if you decide that you want to do RMSC? Well, now you're running an adapter plate, or you're sending it out to have it cut for a different optic. So direct mount is good, but it's limited, right? So that's why they came out with the plates, because they wanted people to be able to have options. So as of right now, for the XP and the XP Comp, they have Doctor, RMSC, and RMR plates available. The gun is supposed to come with RMR and RMSC, but I have seen a few people post up that they received Doctor plates with their kits. Not sure why or how or what the whole premise is there, but there have been a few that have popped up with those. So hey, if you guys have any questions, hit me in the comments. Check out this shooting video. Later. All right, first things first, we're gonna shoot the standard XP Comp. This one is a blem. It does have the bronze barrel with the chrome finish, but it also has a red dirt trigger and a 19-pound mainspring with a 10-pound recoil spring and an Aftec style competition extractor.
I closed it on my first one. Yeah, but his is more impressive. It was nonchalant. I didn't do it all. I didn't do the whole. Then you were like, and then Jen's there. And I'm like, oh. Like, he'll listen, pretend like he's jotting stuff down, and then he'll.